Welcome to our channel. This is a channel that deals with the fat fire journey of a family. Our net worth goal is $5 million. Well, this month has been very, very weird. A net worth gain of $100,000 with the way the markets have been behaving have been pretty much unexpected. It has to do with day where we calculated. So I'm expecting this to be drastically down the next month, but I will be pleasantly surprised if it isn't. So tracking wise, that puts us in the right trajectory again. Let's see if it holds on uh, in the month of December and going forward. So you've seen ads. I want to stop the ads, but Google doesn't allow you to opt out of monetization to get to 1,000 subs. So I want to get to 1,000 subs to stop all these annoying ads. I'm not in this for the money. I'm in this for the community. And right now, the ads you see, they go directly to Google, and they have enough money. Our net worth total has increased to 2.95 million. I want to place call special out to the house section. So the house has depreciated by about 70,000. Um, this is to do with the whole real estate slowdown. I wasn't expecting it to be this fast, so it is interesting taking into account that not many houses have been sold for the past couple months in this area. So I'm looking at the algorithms from Redfin, Zillow, etc., and taking the lowest number of all of them. So it is interesting. Maybe they changed something in the way they calculate their estimate, or maybe they're projecting into the future um, and pricing it in a way where it makes sense to them. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this because I have noticed they can jump around. That's why I look at several different sites and take the lowest one, just to be on the safest side. But it is going to be interesting to see if the market recovers. Um, Probably not anytime soon, but I'm going to keep an eye on, like, is there a different way to take the house value into the net worth calculation? Other than that, everything was trending up, especially retirement accounts that are invested in total market funds. Taxable accounts have a mix of some index fund and some individual stocks, so a bit more volatile compared to the retirement accounts. So this is the expense breakdown. Childcare, no surprise, at the top, always is. Uh, yeah, until all the kids start um, growing up and not needing so much childcare related expenses. It's going to continue trending. Shopping rears its head this time of year with the holidays. Shopping is indeed ramping up. Hopefully, it will trend down next month um, going forward. So the top three expenses: childcare 2,200, shopping 2,200, and travel. This is prepaying for some stays during the holiday season. So travel is going to be expensive next month as well. Um, I am using some reward uh, credit card type travel hacking. Nothing to do with cost, just it's like a hedge against inflation. These are points I've gathered along the years, and in some cases, they're pretty valuable during periods of high uh, travel and certain high traffic locations. So it's going to save about $500, not a lot, but it is something to that's always on the back of my mind. Like, travel is a big expense, especially in retirement. So it's more like learning the ways to reduce that sort of cost to make it more fun experience. And the rest of the expenses. So home $5, just paintbrushes basically. Food is trending downward, which we don't know why. Like, prices are still exuberantly high for everything. We had have some family stay over for a few days, so they brought some groceries, but not to this extent. So I'm gonna dive into the numbers there to figure out why our food expenses were low and how can we track it. So they're not low compared to last year; they're in the same scale. They're low compared to the last few months where inflation has doubled or tripled the cost of several items that are high on our diet. For example, orange juice has tripled in price. Health is a bit expensive. This has to do with some dental work, some emergency dental work. It's going to continue trending up for a few weeks until we take care of those unexpected things. It does cause me uh, some concern about like dental costs in my retirement plan. It's something I need to look at my numbers to see if what's the expected cost of dental work as we age. The rest are pretty standard. Restaurants a bit high. Again, like I mentioned, family was visiting, so we went out more than usual. And transportation, again, emergency repair on a car. Um, that's something we do budget for as like a sinking fund of unknown expenses in the house, the car, etc. So this is not planned, obviously, but it is accounted for. So that's why it's unusual that quantity, but things break down, cars break down. Cars are a depreciating asset, and we account for that. Which brings this month's total expenses to $10,000 and three and some change. Um, Relatively low compared to everything going on, like I mentioned, shopping, end of year, travel, etc. Um, yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on this trend to see what's going on. It's gonna be an interesting 2022 summary about all of this like sort of year with inflation, etc. I am curious to see what's going on there. So next month I'll do a summary of that.
So where we want to be when we retire. Once we have $5 million US, we plan to take from that amount based on the 4% guideline, a yearly income of $200,000. That is pre-tax. Our tax calculations and approaches we will speak on in a later video. So a little bit about us. We are two working parents. Our main source of income is a W-2 salary for both me and my partner. In addition to that, we have three children, ranging in age from 4 to 8, and we live in a high cost of living area. That will explain some of our expenses in a later portion of the video. So part of our post-fire budget is I include a 30K stipend for travel, and we started budgeting our vacations to see if that number is good for us or do we need to adjust it according to our vacation style. So we have a couple types of vacation styles we like. There's a high budget vacation and a low budget vacation. And let's look at an example from this past summer. So this is an RV vacation we took. We traveled mainly in California as well as of several parts of Oregon. So as you can imagine, there's no flights doing an RV vacation. We just got in an RV and started driving. Food, since this was an RV, we had the possibility of cooking as well as some restaurants because we're on vacation. We didn't want to cook all the time. In stays, these are mainly campground type fees. Entertainment, since we are vacationing, we did several entertainment activity such as mini golf for the kids, as well as some dune buggies for ourselves. And shopping, we travel to different places, we pick up stuff. And transportation, as you can imagine, is the majority of the vacation. This includes the RV cost plus the fuel for an RV, which was quite substantial at California prices. Which brings the RV vacation total to $4,000 US, which is an average of $100 per person per day. We use this to track our number in terms of our budget for our fire number to see that we're on track to have the lifestyle we want. Another vacation we took was for New York City. This was without the kids. So flights. The flights were very cheap. We're thinking probably COVID related. It really cost us $300 to get to New York, which is usually more towards the $1,000 range. Food, again, some snacks for the road and things of that nature, something we can quickly do. Restaurants, this is New York, so we don't have a kitchen. We had to eat out for most of our meals. Hotels, that's including stays, $300 per night. Seems reasonable for us. Sorry, $200 per night. Entertainment, this is New York. Everything costs more. And entertainment really stands out. Shopping, a lot of shopping to do there. And transportation, these are mainly Uber and Lyft type transportation and rideshare from the airport to the health hotel and vice versa. Which brings the total for the New York vacation to $2,000 plus, which is $375 per day per person. Quite expensive, but this we use this number towards our fire budget to make sure we are aligned and the lifestyle we want to achieve post retirement. So this is the Hawaii vacation breakdown. Flights being both flights from the mainland to the island, plus some inter-island flights. Food is supermarket type grocery shopping. Restaurant is a bit high, but it's expected. It's a vacation. Stays in this case, it's hotels and Airbnb combined, depending on where we were. Entertainment are excursion type activities. Most of the time we spent free doing free activities, beach, hikes, things of that nature. And transportation, in this case, applies to the rental cars. As you know, rental cars have taken a hike in terms of pricing. Yeah. So the total Hawaii vacation cost is $6,000 plus. This was about 11 days, which comes down to $120 per day per person, which is in line with the RV vacation, which is quite a surprise. Um,
So this is the cost breakdown of a California vacation we took. Flights are flights from our location into California, specifically the Los Angeles area. Food is grocery type shopping. We didn't take an Airbnb, we were in the hotels. So food is just what we can eat, sandwiches and things of that nature. Restaurant, yeah, it's a bit high, it's a vacation. We ate out quite a lot. Stays are hotels. Los Angeles is super expensive. So this is about $200 a night average. Some were cheaper, some were more expensive. Entertainment, well, we're on vacation. We went to a few shows, things of that nature. Not too bad price-wise compared to the hotel stays, but we didn't go to, top performers or anything like that. Um, and transportation is cars and fuels, which is a huge component now. I think in California was about $5.50 per gallon, quite expensive. What brings the total of that vacation, the California one, to $2,600, which comes to about $180 per day per person. It's a little high when we expect to retire. We expect to pay about this for a family. I think the cost here is due to the hotels. $200 a night is quite expensive. Plus the fuel is quite expensive, but it is a good point when we look forward into vacations in high cost of living areas. We should adjust accordingly. Our vacation budget has enough leeway for that. So, recipe of the month. You're asking yourself, why does this show up in a fire-related blog? Well, we plan on traveling, and we like to cook our own food. It saves us costs on the restaurant type expenses, as well as we're planning to travel in various areas of the world. Uh, some of the foods we might like, some of the foods we might not. It's better, especially with kids, to have like a home base of meals that you can make anywhere in the world because there are the ingredients. So we've tried pineapple fried rice, bit of sweetness along with the protein. The kids seem to like it. Some of them take the pineapple chunks out, some of them eat them, but they get that sweet flavor as well as the protein from the eggs.
Our debt this month, we are still tracking for zero debt, and we plan to continue this approach. It has taken us long, long years to get to this approach and this number. I haven't started this blog once we were in debt, but it took us about 4 years to get out of debt.